All right, so just real quick, I don't know why this little thing right here is bothering me. Whatever. Anyways, just real quick, you hear the relaxing music. We are in relaxing mode right now. Toxic lovers, like literally toxic AF. When they are not laying down like this, they're walking around, surrounding each other, growling at each other, ready to fight each other. And then they just lay down and cuddle together. It's a little bit ridiculous, but I need to train them on that. Yeah, because oh yeah, because like they're very sweet when it comes to like just laying down, cuddling time and all that. But when it's like time for like action and all that, they're like kind of like like that, like surrounding each other. It's like no, you can't get through. No, you can't get through and stuff like that. So, you know, definitely gotta work on that, I guess. I feel like low key, I kind of feel like a little bit embarrassed about that because I want to work with dogs, or I want to work with like I'm not a trainer, I'm not a trainer. I've been a dog walker. I'm a dog walker, and I've had some experience with dogs. But I'm not a dog trainer. But I've learned some things, and so sometimes like I feel like a little bit embarrassed, like I guess about the situation, and like also like about the situation about all my dogs barking when someone comes, like all of them barking. It's easier to calm like the little ones down when Lucas is calmed down. Is calmed down. So Lucas is the dad, and he's like the one that's always barking mostly. I feel like when he gets like anxiety, so he's like it's harder for him to stop barking. But everybody else, like once they see treats, they pretty much stop. Lucas stops barking with a squeaky toy or a ball, like he likes those. So I've learned to use that. Like when we come into the house, I'm like, here, very squeaky, like sit down and like, give it to him. And it comes down, But anyways, I was like a little bit embarrassed, low-key, about the situation because of the fact that like, I've worked with dogs, or I've been with dogs, and I want to be working with dogs. So I guess like that kind of made me like a little bit like embarrassed and insecure. That it's like you work with dogs, but your dogs are like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, yes, like I said, I admit, I'm not a trainer. I want to learn. Yeah, I would like to learn. And but I guess as I learn, I need to learn from others who are in that field. You feel me? So I guess I gotta acknowledge the fact that, which I guess I have already, but just do something so that like could work on that. Little things like that. But anyways, what I did want to do right now is that, like I said, we're in relaxing mode. They already ate. Look over there. Is that King over there? And we got Suki over here. Everybody always asks me, how do you know who is who? Of course I know. Like, come on, they're my babies. I have to know. Like, if you're a parent, I'm sure you're gonna know like who's your kids, right? Like, even if you have twins, like yeah, sometimes you might like get them confused, like from the back or something, like little stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you know who is who. And some people don't like it when you compare like dogs with children. Like, yeah, it's a totally different thing, but it's still like, if you're not like a parent to like actual humans, then these dogs are kind of like children. Like, yes, it's totally different, of course. Like, they have like their own stuff. Like, can't really, at the end of the day, compare them. But they're, at the end of the day, the like dogs become your family. They become your kids. They become your babies, your children, your fur children. They do, and as I was saying, like it's still like a struggle. And like I guess like that part of like the embarrassment part is like where people like sometimes they feel embarrassed because of how their dogs act, and that's when the dog trainer comes and all that. So I want to like I want to do that. I want to offer different services within dogs and people. Like, people have told me like, oh, pick one thing, but I want to work with both. I want to work with people, and I want to work with dogs, but in the holistic healing area, more in the healing area. So yeah. But anyways, as I was saying, now that we're like calmed down and all that, I do want to like take some time to just kind of like organize my thoughts and organize like the rest of my month. Like right now it's June 16th, and wow, it's like we're halfway through the month. I have some things that I need to get done, like, and like just my mind has been like kind of like full with things. And so I just need to organize everything in my thoughts and just put it down. Like I haven't done that in a while. Like I literally haven't done that since April, since like the end of April. Like for May, I literally didn't like write on my Artist of Life book, which is something that, you know, I was like, I was doing. But even though I did not write in my Artist of Life book in May, I was like kind of like jotting some things down on my calendar that I had hung up of like whenever I accomplished things, as little things like cleaning, like vacuuming and like deep cleaning, and like even me taking a shower and having some self-care. So just little things like that. I haven't actually gone through it to see what I did, what I've done, you know that. But I'm gonna do that right now. And I had an idea for May for my Artist of Life book, so it doesn't just go, you know, just like that. I had an idea to actually like fill it with memories, you know, fill it with May memories. May was actually pretty good, you know, like it was good. Like I was planning for the Beagle Squad's party, which is like one of the main things that I wanted to do this year. It wasn't as big and as like, you know, extraordinary as I wanted it to be, but it was still done and accomplished, and it was beautiful to me still. Like, you know, we had a good time. Like we went to the park, like all of these things, like I wanted to do, like start doing, and like, you know, keep doing it so that it leads me to the birthday, to that day, you know, to May 28th, which was the big day. And like, you know, I wanted them to already be trained, to already be this, but you know what, no pressure, no hate, nothing. Everything was good, everything was great. It turned out the way it needed to be. And maybe like around May is when we started hanging out more, socializing more, the dogs. And it's good because it's also for us, you know, like the dogs socialize, we socialize, and it was good. It's good. Like we went to the park, and then it's just like little by little, you know, steps by steps. And I was just trying not to put any pressure on myself. Like, you know, I wanted to have clean room, like this organized space, like my lifestyle, my routine is already going well and it's perfect and all that. But like, truth is, it was not the way like I wanted it to be. Like, wow, you know. But I felt really good because I had no pressure. Like I was like, no pressure, like you're doing good, you're doing the best you can. Like we are where we are meant to be. Like, you know, divine timing, everything is going well. And I was like, you know what, like even if no one comes to their birthday party, because I only invited a couple of people, it's gonna be great, it's gonna be great. And only one person who I invited last minute actually went, and then somebody else, like when we were about to leave, got there. But it was, well, you know, it was good. Like it was like the close people, and it was nice. The person that I invited, Karen, to the park the day before, like she went, and like she said, oh, that she felt like loved. She felt loved, you know, because we invited her. And that was like nice because I felt loved. I was like, wow, like, you know what, you're cool. Like I think, you know, I expected others to come, but like, you know, we vibed and all that, and like, you know, new experiences, new people, like. And I don't know, I have a lot of older friends, like older than me. Like I have friends that are like 40 years old, 50 years old. I have a friend that is even 70 years old, you know. You learn from everybody. And it went well. It was great. Like I said, it was like not like, you know, like así como yo quería, like a fairy tale and all that. But it's gonna get there. It's gonna get there. I know it. Like, you know, I've just been grateful. Like, you know what I mean? Like now I'm getting emotional because like we did it. We did the birthday. You know, their celebration. It was Hawaiian theme, and so. What was I going with this? I was talking about the lavender Artist of Lifestyle workbook, and yeah, I was gonna fill May with all of that, like memories and like little things, like, you know, like pictures and all that. And I thought that's what I was gonna do for May, maybe half for June, but for June I still want to continue that, like just half, and organize the rest of my June. So I feel like I have things to do, I have things to do, things that I want to do, things that I want to buy, things that I need to buy. And if I don't write anything down, which most of the time, like my lifestyle is like that, like it slips out of my mind, I forget, and then when I do remember, there's a bunch of other things in my mind already. So little by little. And so right now, since I'm alone, and I think I already spoke a lot, so I'm kind of wasting my time. 444, 444. I'm the creator of my life. Yes, I am. So right now, I'm just gonna leave some relaxing music. Probably change it to some frequency waves. You know, some to just like kind of like relax and maybe like expand my creativity or my mind. And so right now, I think I'm gonna write down like maybe my artist of life book. I'm gonna check it out and then see things that I need to do for the rest of June. I have a photo shoot on the 26th, and I don't even have it here either yet. I don't have it on my phone either. And like if I don't write it down, actually I just did it this morning because I remembered to write down to add it to my Google Calendar, because then I'll get reminded, or I'll just like ask Siri, hey Siri, what do I have for this day? Like, do I have anything scheduled? Like, at first, like, I'm not gonna lie, I always avoided Siri. I always avoided, like, yeah, I just avoided Siri. Like, I didn't even have her on my phone because of, like, you know, like, they hear you, Siri hears you, blah blah blah. Like, it's, I think it's kind of true, yeah. But at the same time, like, you know, I was like not realizing that Siri is helpful, and then I decided to like use her, and like, yes, it's helpful. Like, this is like literally like maybe like 3 weeks ago, and it's helpful because if you have like a brain or like mine where it's like sometimes forgetful or it's just like overwhelmed with stuff, and like I personally think that I have ADHD, like, and then there's thoughts of like, wait, ADHD, it's not real, like in my head, like, you know, ADHD, like I used to think like, you know, like, no, ADHD, there's just something that they like bringing it upon kids, like, you know, so that they could get prescribed, and so like they could like bring kids down. But in reality, sometimes they're like hyper or thinking a lot because they have like an extraordinary mind, like they're actually like star seeds or something like that. There's just so much stuff, you know. But at the end of the day, like I don't know, I've been learning some things about ADHD, and like I've always struggled my whole life with like just like many areas, to be honest. Like I've struggled with depression and anxiety, and sometimes that is related to the ADHD, like undiagnosed ADHD. I've struggled with like, you know, my mind just being overwhelmed, full of thoughts, and sometimes also just talking so fast when I'm like comfortable. When I'm not, sometimes like I'm just observant, like just like a bunch of whole little things. Like even when it comes to showering or brushing my teeth, like it's not like I don't want to, but like things like that, like I never realized until I started seeing like things, and I never looked it up. Like it just like kind of came on, and like I just like look it up and all that. When it comes up, I look into it. That's what I'm gonna say. So yeah, I don't know, like going way back, you know, to when I was a kid and all that. And but yeah, anyways, but if I do say like, oh hey, like I have ADHD, like I told my doctor, and I felt kind of dumb. I don't know, I felt kind of like that, like I don't know, like because I did tell her that I smoke weed too, and that's like something that I do on the regular, to be honest. And sometimes that's, I mean, that could be related to the ADHD, like, you know. But she's like, oh, you're telling me that you think you have ADHD, but then you smoke marijuana, like, you know. She's thinking that like my symptoms are from the marijuana, and like, you know what I mean, like. So I just like kind of dismissed it, but I'm like, I know, like, I don't know, I feel like I guess like I should start, like, you know, I don't want medication. That's the thing. Like I don't want any medication. Like I don't even want to tell people like, oh, I have ADHD, if you know, if that's the case. It's just for me to know and understand myself and why I've always like struggled in this way, you know. Another thing that I actually found out like maybe 2 years ago, maybe a little bit more than 2 years ago, is about being an empath. Like I didn't know that, and like I always also like, before I knew that, like I just like thought, what is wrong with me and what's wrong with my mind, and why do I always feel this way, you know what I mean? And then once like someone told me like about an empath, I was like, wait, that could be a possibility. And then I started looking into it, and like I just felt so connected, and I was like, wow, like, you know, I'm not weird. And like a lot of like things like that too, you know. Like I just feel like at the end of the day, like don't think that you're weird and you're like just like this weird person, like what's wrong with me, like, you know, who am I, why do I feel this? Like the end of the day, like, get a little curious, yes, but don't be hard on yourself. Like, nothing is wrong with you. Like, honestly, when you start realizing and seeing more people go through the same thing, and it's like, we're all trying to get out of it. Let's all work together. And it's like, yeah, at the end of the day, people are like, you're connected with someone. Someone will understand you. And just don't give up on yourself. But yeah, I have like a lot of things to say. Once I start talking, I could talk a lot, right? We've noticed. So I need to organize all of that. But anyways, let me like just organize myself. Peace. Let's make the rest of June great, and yeah, let's do this. Wait, let me just mention one thing because it just came up to my mind right now. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I was gonna do like dancing. Like I was like excited because I was like, oh, I was gonna start. It was gonna be the first day of like dancing. Like, you know, like I was like, you paid. Like it was weekly. No, I think bi-weekly. And like you pay for like each class, right? And I was gonna do it like for the beginner level, and I was like excited, and like I felt excited, and I think it was gonna be new moon actually. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's do this. And then the day came, and I was like, I just got so nervous, and I got like so much anxiety. I guess I was like I think I just started like overthinking about like me being there, and like everybody else, all the other girls and guys being there, and the fact I think this is kind of crazy, but I realized it, and and it's even a little bit embarrassing to admit, but I realized it, that younger people, kids and adolescents, teenagers, like honestly, they intimidate me. That's crazy. I realized it. You know why? The other day, okay, I was saying, what was I saying right now? Is that an ADHD thing? Like, someone could say that was an ADHD thing, or it's like, you see, you gotta stop fucking smoking. It could be both. Anyways, I was talking about the dancing, the dancing class. The day of the dancing, like why I decided like I wasn't gonna go, and I didn't end up going. It's like I just got like, I guess like really shy and like anxious and nervous, because like, you know, it was gonna be like, I've never actually danced. Like I never danced. Like just recently, I started dancing in my room on my own, and like just dancing and like trying to do steps, you know, like feeling the music, because I feel like I've always struggled with my relationship with music, like, and I don't know if it has anything to do with like the ADHD, or like just me like not being able to concentrate and like not being grounded. There's so many things right now that I've learned in a year about myself, like since I started my spiritual journey. There's many things that I've learned, like about being grounded and not being grounded, and like I never realized before like that I've always struggled with being grounded. Like I've never really was grounded. Like never, like I've always struggled with being present in the moment and being grounded and being here, and like I've always just been like, you know, my mind has just always been like everywhere, like always since I was a kid. I used to even sometimes just wonder, and like I ever walk and bumped my head on the freaking poles. Like I was just not grounded, you know, and I've always struggled with that. And like again, that's another thing. That is like, what is wrong with me? Like, you know, what's wrong with me? Why I can't concentrate? Why I can't focus? Why I can't be here? Like, and then like, come to your parents like, are you dumb, or are you like pretending to be, like, you know, little things like that. But anyways, I've learned so much about myself, and like also like within my family, and like I've learned that like again, being part of being grounded. Like I learned like, oh, like my sign is like, I'm in Aquarius, right? But I want to learn more. Like I actually haven't looked into like my rising sign and my moon sign. Like I haven't looked into that. I don't know why. Like I want to. I'm interested. I like all of that. Yet I don't know why I've actually haven't looked into it. Um, I guess because I don't know. Like I'm unsure to know that I want to know what my other signs are. But it's good to know. I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm gonna look into it. And okay, I lost my train of thought again. Okay, I was talking about being grounded and being an Aquarius. So about being grounded, and then I'm an Aquarius. So I'm like in an air sign. So I don't know if that has anything to do why I've always like been like not really grounded. You feel me? And then I also like learned about like within my family, like somebody. I was having a conversation with someone the other day, not the other day, but you know, a couple weeks ago. Blah, whatever. I was having a conversation with someone, and they mentioned, oh, like that's probably why I don't get like along with my family. Not that I don't get along, like I do get along with them, but it's like why we sometimes we crash and like sometimes they don't understand me and all that, or like you know that feeling is there. They mentioned that it's like because I live with all earth signs and I'm like literally like the only air sign, well, me and my uncle. But then again, it's also hard to communicate with him, like because like with him and my dad always crash too. And I guess it's also because like again, he's me and him have the same birthday, but I feel like he's more on his toxic traits than like you know, like at the end of the day, yes, I feel like your sign influences you, like it shapes you in a bit. It's like, but it doesn't really define you, you know, like you have some traits within your sign, but at the end of the day I think it comes down to like how healed you are in your journey, you know, where you are in your healing journey, you know, because you could be like, we could be like what Aquarius and what's supposed to be good with Aquarius and Leo, right? I think Aquarius and Leo. But this Aquarius person is like more on like a healthier lifestyle. Like they're more advanced in their healing journey. They've actually like you know been working on themselves. And this Leo person, like we're supposed to be like besties or whatever, right? But you've never actually like started like any sort of like healing journey or started like working on yourself, then it's gonna be a struggle. We're probably gonna crash. And then I don't know, maybe like I've heard what, because my dad is a Taurus, so like before I used to think that I didn't get along with Taurus because of my father. Like we get along, yeah, and all that, but sometimes like there was like a lot of crashing and like miscommunication. So yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like then I met like other people that are Taurus, and like they're actually like more on spirituality, and I feel like we got along. I don't know, maybe as a partner is not good, but like as a friendship might be good. I don't know, but at the end of the day, like I said, I think it comes down to like that, like the Taurus could be like more healed and all that, so that Taurus and the Aquarius probably get along more than that Leo who is just never worked on himself and doesn't even have interest in that. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. At the end of the day, it comes down to where you are in your healing journey and like, and where is your ego and all that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it comes down to how much you've worked on yourself and what you want to give out. So, yeah. Why did I bring this up? About me struggling with being grounded and all that. Cause yeah, like I didn't know that before, and like now like it's little things like that I'm like realizing, and yeah, and like I'm just grateful. I'm actually very grateful to be able to realize those things now, to feel like, you know, a bit more calmer, more like understandful, and like, you know, understanding of myself, understanding of others, and it's just good. It's good. It's good. So yeah, okay. I should probably get to like what I said I was gonna do. Yeah, I think it's better for me to talk like this if I put it down, because when I'm holding it, it's like kind of like all over the place. But at least like this, it's like, I don't know. It's like I forget that I'm like recording and I'm like kind of like on my own and all that. start recording more. I should record myself like taking the notes and all that. And me gusta. And I wear short sleeves. Okay, so today is June 16 already. That's crazy, right? So I'm gonna organize my thoughts the rest of my month in my Artist of Life workbook by Lavender, which I really love. And yeah, let's get to it. I was gonna start a day one detox health journey. Well, actually, I kind of did because I've been eating less, a lot less. Still eating food, not the healthiest. Sometimes yes, but I feel like before that I was like just eating unhealthy, and sometimes it was like on purpose because it's like, I'll start again tomorrow. I'm like, you know what? It's okay. Just bring it on. I'm start tomorrow. It's okay. It's fine. And I just keep eating more. Actually, it's crazy. But then here I actually did decide. I was like, you know what? Let's do a detox, and I was gonna go up to the 20th. And I was gonna do it with like just like drinking water, having juices and all that. But I didn't. I haven't. But what I have is like I have been drinking more water since that day, from that night. So let's just say to the 15th. Today's the 16th. Yeah. So from the 9th to the 15th, for like what 5-6 days, I've been like cutting off like foods. So like if I was eating like 3 plates, now I'm eating 1.5. And like stuff like that. And like thinking a little bit more before I like eat something that's like not the best option, like for example a bag of chips. And it's crazy because when I'm healthy, like when I'm eating healthy, when I'm like detoxed and all that, it's like I don't want that. I don't want that. It's not it doesn't seem like something so delicious and something so yummy. Like I don't want that. I want more fresh stuff. But when I'm already like intoxicated, when I've already started eating all of that, and now I'm like, I just want more of that. I want more. I want more. But yeah, but once I start detoxing, my body's like, which is actually why I decided here, because my body was like, you've had enough. Like I felt like I was just like I couldn't even breathe. Like I just felt like, and another time like, and I gained 10 pounds. Like I was already like, okay, I used to weigh 190, 189. I went that much. I went up that much, and at that point I was like already thinking like, well, I guess this isn't me. And I was very depressed, honestly. During the time that I gained weight was when I went through that really like depressive phase in my life. Like I was depressed, stressed, and anxious all at the same time. It was the worst feeling ever, all at the same time, man. It was like after like my dog Princess died. I think that's what triggered like everything. Like, and then I started having like weird thoughts, like thoughts that I already had before, but it was just unexplainable at that moment. It was just like, what is going on? It was a difficult time. It's a difficult time, but we're here now, and we're working on ourselves, and we're working on ourselves every day, right? Every day. And now I lost my train of thought again. What the heck? I gotta drink focus. Focus on my own life. But yeah, about the detoxing. So yeah, I was like up to that already at one point. 189. Lost that weight. And then I went up to 165. I was like around there, 160, 165 for a while. So I was like 189 for quite a while, like at least a year, maybe a year and a half. Lost maybe a little bit, 170. Then I think I did the reto 90, and then I went to like 170, 168. I think I lost like 20 pounds around that. Then I kind of just stayed there like for like a year and a half, like 160, 65. because I remember like I had like really like blonde short hair, like really short hair, and it was like white blonde. And that's when I met this dude, who then became my boyfriend. And I remember I was like around that weight, 160ish. Um, yeah. Then I remember losing, like when I was still with him, I remember like I think it started like when I met him was like October, and I was like around that weight. October 2019. Wow. 2019? No way. Yeah. Wow. 2019. Then, like maybe like around August, that's when I started like losing weight. August of 2021. Like when I started losing more weight and like kind of like working on myself. But I think, well, not really working on myself, to be honest, because when I lost weight there, I think I lost it kind of too fast. I lost it within 2 weeks. Actually, I think I know why I lost weight. I lost weight because I stopped smoking marijuana. So I stopped smoking marijuana for like a month or 2 months, and like when I wasn't smoking, like I just didn't want to eat, and the food was just not good. Like in the beginning, very beginning, I was like, and I wasn't eating as much, and then like my taste buds like kind of were different. Like food was tasting a little weird, and like things were, and my like lemon drink that always tastes so delicious, my iced tea, it was tasting really weird too. And I was like really tired a lot, and I think I got like maybe a little bit of anemia during that time because I kind of lost it kind of fast. Um, Not really sure. I think it was because of that. Yeah, because of the marijuana. But yeah, so that was that time, and then I think I don't remember up to where I went down, but I think I went down like 150, 145. But it wasn't that healthy. Then, then literally November and December came, which is like fall, like I mean, which is Thanksgiving, and then Christmas, and yeah, I started eating a lot more, and then by February, I was back to like 160ish. So yeah, I was like back to like 160 again, and so then I was like there a little bit. Like I broke up with that dude a little before September, like at the end of August and the beginning of September. So that's during the time where I was like skinny for like a month. No, it wasn't that had any effect. Um, Maybe it was actually. Maybe it was. I don't know. Maybe it was because I do remember that I took September off like from social media. I didn't use like any social media for September at all. Like I didn't. And then like I came back, and yeah. But I felt like I just like needed like a break. Like I didn't want to see like him posting anything, and like you know. And then like after a little bit, like maybe like in November, like or maybe September. No, November when I came back. What happened? I came to the realization that like I had to delete him because it was just not healthy, you know. It was just not healthy, like, and it's okay to admit and realize those things, you know. So I just deleted him from Facebook and Instagram, and that's it. That's it. And I think yeah, that's almost around when I started. It's crazy. Anyways, that was 2020. That was 2020. 2020. Yeah, now it's 2020, 22. I don't know, I'm thinking 2021. Oh yeah, that was 2020. Then, because I remember September, it was like September, and it was like October, November, December, January, February, March. No, it was like around February. February was when I started my spiritual journey. Like, February, right? Like on my birthday is when I started my spiritual journey. And then like February 24, because I think that's when I made like a year of working with Popstoria. And it was the first time that I did shrooms. After that, I've only done it like one more time. But it was chocolate and I had very little, so I didn't really have that experience. I just felt chilled and yeah. What I didn't want was to dance. I really wanted to dance. Um, but everybody, like who I was with, it was just two other people. They were just like in listening to this kind of music, like, you know, and just vibing. And so I was like, wait, you know what I have to do? And so like I got in the mode, and then I connected with my aunt who had just passed away, and I don't know, with someone, the greater vibes and greater energies. And I just felt like some sense of like comfort, and just like I cried, but it was like not bad, and I was happy. The other two, they were not having it. They were not having it. I guess I think shrooms, what it does is that it what is it? It shines light on whatever it is that you're going through at the moment. So for me, it's like I was like just starting a spiritual journey. I was feeling really happy. Before that, like I brought this up because like when I broke up with that dude, I felt like I think it was like I was thinking about it too much. Like I wasn't like in love anymore. I wasn't like, you know, I was not like oh my god, like I never get like that. But it was like in my head, it was in my mind, and I was like, I gotta stop thinking about this. I gotta move on. And I was like scrolling on Instagram, and then like a full moon came up, and I was like, full moon, what is that? And then it was like full moon ritual, and I'm like, what is this? And like, and I kind of like looked it up, and then I was just like, what is this? And then like I felt like a little skeptical, so I was like, it's a ritual, like I'm not gonna do it. But it did say that you could like, you know, just release some things, and like I didn't like understand it at all. So I just like went for a walk that night, and I was just like, you know what, I release this feeling. I release like, you know, I said his name, like I released him, and that's it. Like I don't want to think this anymore. Like, you know, I'm done. Like I release like whatever doesn't serve me. Like you know, just keep the memories, the good memories, and just that's it. Learn from it. Like, but like I moved on, and I swear to you, the next day, yo, I like the same thought. Like if I were to just think about him or like the situation, like you know, I felt like sad and all that, but like literally the next day it was like a totally different feeling. It was like like it was like I was just so much wiser. Like it was just like, all right, that happened, it passed. It was like that feeling was not there anymore, which is crazy. That's when I realized, I was like, wow, that shit works. And like I still like didn't like look into it so much, but like little by little I started seeing a little bit more, like on Instagram. Like I just as I was scrolling, you know. So like I never really look things up like that until like it just pops up, and then I'm like, okay, now let me look into it and stuff like that. So like I don't know, cause like then I feel like it's actually meant for me. So cause yeah, like the reason why I also like started my like spiritual journey like on my birthday was because I saw like this affirmation, and it just so everything went well. And yeah, and then like it's crazy. So in 2021 is when I started my spiritual journey, and it's crazy because like I mean, I've learned things, yeah, but there's still so much to learn, and it's just I've never really put too much pressure on myself. Like I'm trying not to like. I feel like I've always struggled because with that, like I've always like put pressure on myself to like see that I've learned it, or see that I've learned this, or like, you know, or like if I'm working on myself, like personal development, and like let's say it's like only 3 months have passed, it's like I want to see that already, that growth. Like yeah, there might be a little bit, but let the years go by, let the time go by, and you'll see that growth. But obviously once you start putting it in, like start realizing it. And so like I said, it all comes down again to like me wanting my Beagles party to be extraordinary and all that. But don't worry, there's another birthday coming up, and I know that the third birthday is gonna be bomb. It's gonna be great, and I know that like by then I'm gonna have my car, and the dogs are gonna come out of their car. Like it's gonna be amazing. Like it's gonna be amazing. Like, you know. And then like and I wanted like do their business. Like I'm working on creating like their brand and like their business. So um I wanted like for like their birthday to be also like have like kind of like a lounge day, for it to be like a lounge day, right? And like where we like also like giving like free stuff, you know, for their brand and like promotion. And I also wanted to like if like it wasn't launch day, I wanted to have like already products like with their brand and all that. But it didn't happen. But it's okay. You know what? It's okay. It's meant to be this way. You know why? Because before that we weren't socializing as much. So now it's okay. Now we're socializing more, and like we have people that are starting to get to know them more. Like the other day we were walking on the street like with all of them. Like it was like we need 3 people in order to walk all 8 of them. Yes, 8 dogs. In order to walk all 8 of them, we need 8 people. And so yeah, the other day we were walking on the street. So like all of us, and it said 8 people. In order to walk 8 dogs, we need 3 people. We need 3 people. So the other day we were walking on the street, and like we were going to the dog park, and somebody was like, "Oh my god, like I know them." Like they were a lot of times like we were walking and they were like, "Oh my god, can I take a picture? So cute." And then we'll be like, follow them on Instagram, and like so we got like 2 followers. But that's better than nothing, right? So little by little, like that, like you know, we're walking out more, doing more, and like promoting, and that. See, that's what I mean with the divine timing. Like it didn't happen on their birthday, but then again, did I put in the work so that it could happen on their birthday? Maybe not as much. And so that's why, no pressure. It's okay. It's meant to happen this way, and you know, good things are coming. And so like now, like the people that we're meeting now, like and the new friends at the dog park, you know, we're exposing ourselves more, like the brand and my beagles and all that, and like it's gonna be good. So that way when we do lounge, like, we have that support and we have that people, and like you know, people that already like know us and like are down support. So yeah, but yeah, so we were walking by, and then someone said, "Oh my god, I know them. I know them." They were telling like the person they were with. They were like, "Oh my god, I know them," and then they were like, my sister was like, "Oh, you know them?" Like he's like, yeah, like I seen them before, like at the dog park." And then like the other lady was telling her like, "Yeah, like look, that's the mom," and then like so like it's cute, like you know, like we're getting like people are starting to know us, and that's like I was like wow, and like I know our life is gonna change. I just know it. 555. We're so ready to receive. Of course, with putting in the work, we shall receive. But my babies deserve the best. Not only them, my family, man. My babies, my parents, everybody. I'm doing this. We're doing this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do it and 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 do it. We're gonna do it. I look like a rock and roll. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this and do it and do it and do it and do it. All right. Okay. I was talking all over the place. Let's go back to another thought that just came up to my head that I think I didn't even finish saying, and it was about like me losing weight. And then then I was at 160ish again, right? I went back up to 160 because like Thanksgiving came, and then Christmas, and so then on 2021 I turned 22. And yeah, I had like a whole roller coaster. I was working. Sorry, I worked a lot. Worked a lot of hours. It was good. I learned more about dogs as I was exposed to them. I learned how to deal with them when I will notice and realize things that they will do on my own. Yes, of course, like I had like mentorship as well, sometimes a little bit, not really, but yeah, the experience taught me. And then, yeah, it was like a roller coaster, to be honest. It was like a roller coaster. Got a little played here and there, but I'll learn from it. And my heart got a little broken, but it's okay. I'll learn from it again. You rise, baby. You rise. You rise with a better mentality, a warmer heart, and it's okay. You know, you're doing the best you can. You are spreading love, and if that love is not being received the way that you want it to, maybe it's not for that person. Just saying. But anyways, yeah. Now it's 2022, and well, actually, I didn't finish saying 2021, summer 2021. That's when I worked on myself. Probably like, I think it was like from like June, like it was the whole summer, 3 months. I worked out like almost every single day. Kind of stopped like at the end of August and September. I don't know why I stopped in September, but for like the whole summer I was pretty much working out, and I felt so good. I was lean, and I lost weight, and I went up to 140, and I was always at 140, 143. I even went down to 138, but I was mostly like 140, 143. And then I stayed there for a little bit, and then it was 2022, and I was there for like stayed there for a bit. But then I lost my well, I didn't really lose my job. I guess whatever. I lost my job. I got fired from my job for whatever reasons, for personal and also reasons that like, because I just couldn't work during the time that was expected. My schedule changed. I had to take care of my sister, and so yeah. But that's like a whole other story. Right now I'm just going boom, 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 boom. But yeah, and then like I guess like I was walking a lot, so it was like kind of also helping me keep that weight. And then like around January is like when I started taking care of my sister. Actually, like end of December, beginning of January. Then like around February, like I think I started gaining the weight back, and then March and all that. I think the last day of work was like the end of March, halfway of March, and then like I kind of like just started eating a lot of food. I guess that's what change does for me sometimes. I eat a lot, but it wasn't like not bad change. Like it was like kind of like a change that it was like a change that I knew was good, but it was a struggle too. So it's like I knew it was a good change, but I know that there's like, you know, struggles, but it's, you just get to keep pushing through it, and that's coming back up, and like that. But I knew it was good change. I knew it was good for me overall, you know. At the end of the day, I knew that it was what's meant to happen, and that's what was meant. Yeah, that's what was meant to happen, and something better is gonna come for me and for, you know, my life and my lifestyle and for my family. Yeah, see. So yeah, like, you know, it was like that, because like things that you start to realize of people that, you know, that you care about, and like just like situations, and like just things that you start to realize, you know, life. And I'll probably like talk about this like later, because I'm still like, I guess, kind of going through it, but it's not bad. It's just like more like realization. It's it's a little like hurtful, I see, but things that make you grow, you know. It's good things are coming. Good things are coming. And I'm ready. We're ready to receive it. We're here with open arms. Come on, baby. Anyways, I'm wearing pre-night and aquamarine, and then I have rose quartz, and then this is just a little like, these are just like little beads that are like, they're not any crystal, but it's for protection. My friend Maria Luisa gave it to me from Mexico, and so every time that anything that is like gifted is special, and it's blessed, and it's a saint. I'm not quite sure which saint it is, but yeah. So I don't think it has anything wrong pairing it together, because, like I said, it's not a crystal. It's just like little beads. So it's just rose quartz, and then I have this, and one thing that I learned, because I looked it up because I was curious. I was like, which hand should I put it on? Um, was on your left hand. It's like the energy that you want for yourself. The energy. This is like your receiving hand. So it's like what you're receiving, what you're taking in, the energy that you want for yourself. So like pre-night is good, like to align yourself, like align like the things that you love with, like, you know, your passions, like align your purpose with your passion. That's what this is for, and it's good for your heart and all that, you know, heart chakra. And then aquamarine is good for like being calm and like getting things done, but in like in a calm manner, and also like expressing yourself in a calm manner. It's good for communication. It's for the throat chakra, and it's good when you pair them together. And then rose quartz is also for the heart chakra, and it's like, you know, love. And I like to think that it's more of like self-love, but also like, you know, giving love. And so this is my giving hand. Your right hand is your giving hand. Is the hand that you give out. Like, so this is energy that you're giving out. And so like I put it on 2 days ago on this hand because I was gonna go have dinner with my sister, and sometimes I feel like sometimes I'm a little bit rude sometimes, like to her. I feel like I could be more sweet, and I think the reason why sometimes I'm rude is because I'm just like not used to too much to being sweet, or like just taking care, like I am nice, I'm sweet, but like, how do I say it, like I guess because maybe like I get like a little shy, so I guess instead I'm more like a bitch sometimes. But no, like I wanted to be able to feel like be sweet, but and be comfortable by doing it. You know what I mean? And just like, cause I know she likes that, and like, and I know Scorpios like that. Like I know like you like, you know, for someone to be sweet and gentle. And sometimes like I guess that's my part where like I want to do that, but sometimes it doesn't come out. And so it's not like I'm not like that. It's just like it depends who I'm with, and I don't know why. I guess because Scorpios are a little intimidating, and they're hard to like be sweet to, because you think that they're gonna be reacting a certain way, but in reality they like that. Anyways, I put it on that day, so like, you know, I was like gonna be sweet and gentle, and I think I pretty much was like, obviously like it was still like punch her here and there, not really, but you know, I think it did its job. So like, you know, I want to be able to like spread the love and be gentle, and you know, you receive that love, that gentle touch. So yeah, and so yeah, that's my bead. That's what I'm wearing, and I've been wearing it for like 3 days now. And no, but like I cleanse them, you know, cleanse the energy and all that. Yeah, I've talked a lot already, but I think I've like realized things. But to end this off, yes. Now, currently, that I went to the doctor like not that long ago, I weigh 152. So I've gained 10 pounds. I've gained 10 pounds from where I was already at 140, and I felt good. But I was lean there, you know, like I was lean. I was that way, but I was lean, like, because I was working out, and I was lean. And then I stopped working out, but I was eating like good food, and I was eating protein and like not a lot of carbohydrates. Then I started eating a lot of carbohydrates, and like, shit tastes good. And then I was eating more and more. And then I'm still kind of in that carbohydrate phase, so I'm like getting out of it. But then, yeah, like I said, I've still been having carbohydrates, blah blah blah, all of that, everything. But I've been kind of cutting it off, and I've been drinking more water. So as you can, I guess you can say that I kind of did start like a little bit of a detox there, or maybe not a detox, but like I started like cutting off here. So I cut off for like a week, and now today, for the rest of the month, which is gonna be like 15 days. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 if we don't count today. 15 days with today. I'm gonna look for like some workout thing. Mostly my arms. I think that's mostly what I want to do. My arms, and then everything else would like maybe like just like because during that time when I lost weight, I was working on my arms and they were good, and now they're big again. Like always, I was always insecure about them. Yeah, so like I gotta work on it. Work on it. But anyways, for the rest of June, I am going to be just doing like arm workouts, and I'm gonna look for something like on YouTube, maybe the Kobe thing, something that's just for 2 weeks. But I'm also I just realized that I never finished about the dancing, right? Yo, I'm all over the place, yo. I realized that I didn't finish about me and like not going to the dancing class that I wanted to go to, because when the day came, I got like really like, I guess, just nervous, and I realized that I am intimidated a little bit by younger people, which is like, what the fuck? WTF? WTF? What? And I realized that I think it is because like when I'm put in that situation, my mind goes into like child phase, like my inner child kind of. So I guess that's where I gotta dig in, protect that little girl, and like, you know, work with her. So
I'll protect the little girl.
oh, me está escuchando la herida. Bueno, pues ya no hice lo que iba a hacer. Organize. Because I talk too much. Coco.